So, who wants some more spoilers for Multiverses? Well, if you do, you came to the right video, because I got quite a bit for you guys here today. So I know I got a few regular viewers that are trying to avoid spoilers at all costs, so I will give you a friendly warning right here. Everything from this point forward in the video is going to be spoiler related, so here's your chance to click off and, I don't know, go watch something else, I suppose, or go play Multiverses, do anything else, but you have been warned, so we're entering the spoiler room brawl in 3, 2, 1... We're going to start with something light, though. Here's the first one, and this all comes from Twitter, from a data miner for Multiverses, where they tell us, there will be a link to this person's Twitter in the description if you want to go follow them, give them a look, whatever you want, but link in the description. But first thing they tell us, it seems that they are working on an announcer pack for Pajama Finn specifically. That's interesting. I'll be honest, personally myself, I'm not too big on the announcer packs right now, but I know many people are, so if you got 100 Gleamium and for some reason you really want a Pajama Finn announcer pack, I guess that's something to look forward to, according to this data miner. So yeah, as always with all this information, take it with a grain of salt, yada yada yada. We've heard that many times, but yeah, Pajama Finn seems to be getting an announcer pack. Now we'll get into a little bit more of the juicy stuff here. So here's a tweet that is going to get a lot of people's attention. It seems that 23A Gizmo, and by the way, 23A is the code name for Gizmo, and 23B is the code name for Stripe inside the files. And what that boils down to is Gizmo 23A, Stripe 23B. They're character 23 together, so they're not separate characters. They're the same character, and I will have more on this in just a little bit, but continuing on with this tweet, it seems that 23A Gizmo is being actively worked on as well, as they added some things to the rewards, like basic rewards, like Toast. There's been no perks added apparently yet, but they're starting to put things into Gizmo's character level up progression system. So, all right, I suppose maybe that's one of the last things they might do for a character once they get ready, because kind of just seems like, oh yeah, just add a quick reward to their progression system. Like, that's not something I don't think the game needs to focus on until like much later, until the character's almost ready. So it's interesting to note. But the second after the tweet, also, Rick's mastery rewards were updated and no longer contain the mech suit Rick. So they're actively working on Rick as well. So apparently a mech suit Rick, an alternate costume for Rick, was a part of his mastery rewards. I don't know about that. That seems kind of weird. I haven't seen it, so maybe it was. But yeah, because I don't think any other characters have alternate costumes a part of their mastery rewards. So that would be kind of weird. I mean, I'd be for it. I love Rick, so, but I'll put up a quick screenshot. I think this is probably the one they're talking about from the Purge Planet episode, if I had to guess. Again, I'm not sure. Maybe I'm wrong, but this could be the alternate costume that Rick gets at some point for Multiverses. So if you like the Purge Planet episode, I guess we got this to look forward to. Again, I might be wrong, but I think this is the mech suit Rick that they're talking about. Now I want to bring up a tweet from Tony, because this kind of works into the Gizmo Stripe theory here that we got going on a little bit. So here's a tweet from Tony from about a week ago where he says, "We're tuning the character after Morty. I think it's going to be pretty cool." Now what's interesting is that he didn't say this was Rick specifically, he just says the character after Morty. Now, they've never told us that Rick is 100% guaranteed to be the following character after Morty. They just said Rick's coming at some point during season 1. So with Tony not specifically mentioning Rick, does that mean Gizmo and Stripe could possibly be the next character that get released? I mean, we've already seen Stripe on the official boot up screen, right? We get to see him and Black Adam just sitting there. So is Gizmo Stripe a little bit farther along than maybe we're expecting? So we already apparently have the unlock cost for Gizmo here, where again the data miner tells us Gizmo is going to cost 2,000 gold. That's interesting that they already have that figured out. I'd figure maybe that might be towards the last part of the, things that they work on for the character, figuring out the character cost. But if they already have this kind of figured out as well, I mean, I guess the character's got to be pretty far along, right? And we got plenty more bits of information here, like Gizmo, the first skin, is actually going to cost 500 Gleamium. They already have the price for Gizmo's first skin. All right, that's okay. That's some big information right there. But if Gizmo gets the skin, does Stripe get a skin? Again, in the files, Gizmo's 23A, Stripe is 23B. But if you take away the A and B, they're essentially character 23. They are a 2-in-1 character. Not like Tom and Jerry, but think more of Pyra Mythra from Smash Ultimate, or old school Smash Bros. Zelda Sheik with the transformation type of deal. That's kind of what this character is going to be. So I found this really cool interaction on Twitter. So the tweet up here in the left-hand corner is from a lot of people that would represent a lot of people that are confused about the whole situation, and then the bottom right-hand tweet is kind of like the best way to sum this up, right? So starting in the upper left, hey, I'm kind of confused. Are we sure Gizmo and Stripe are the same? Why would only Gizmo have a skin for 500 Gleamium and not Stripe? Like what's going on with that? How does that work, right? So the second tweet does say, because they are the same. Again, they're 23A, 23B, but they're character 23. It just means Gizmo will get a skin, apparently as well. So I don't know if they get like a holiday outfit and then Gizmo just gets the holiday outfit and then Stripe also gets one. I'm not sure. Maybe Gizmo doesn't get an alternate costume. I'm not sure how that's gonna work. I'm still a little confused on it myself, but that's something we'll have to see. But the rest of the tweet, you do know that Gizmo will be two characters in one, right? So again, they use Pyra Mythra as an example. So again, a 2-in-1 character. So it looks like there will be a way to transform or teleport or kind of swap between the characters, and we may have an actual inclination of how this is going to work with more information about the signature perks, at least the code names. And so far for Gizmo, the signature perks are called Bounce and Backpack. Now I want to focus on the backpack here. This is where my mind goes. What if Gizmo is the character by default, since he's 23A, probably the default character, right? But at some point, somehow in the moveset, you use this backpack. What if Gizmo is carrying Stripe in this backpack, and that is how they end up swapping between the two, right? Maybe this backpack perk makes them swap faster, or maybe there's some sort of an attack. Like, say default, you use this backpack to swap between them, but it's just a simple swap mechanic. Nothing else. There's no hitbox. There's no nothing else. But what if this backpack adds some sort of hitbox to the attack as they're swapping out? I mean, something as subtle as that for a perk, for a unique perk especially, could go a long way, which is kind of why I like the backpack idea, which is, I mean, it makes sense. Again, they're a 2-in-1 character, so we'll have to kind of wait and see how that one goes, but yeah, unfortunately, that is kind of all that I have here today for you guys from the data miners. Yeah, so that's kind of all that I really have for today's video. There were some pretty good spoilers in here, but quick recap. Gizmo and Stripe, they are essentially character 23. So they're a 2-in-1 character, with this backpack possibly being the way that they swap between each other. Rick, we may have an idea of one of his alternate costumes with the Purge Planet Rick, so that's kind of cool, but there's some good stuff, right? We know the character cost for Gizmo, 2,000 gold. Apparently the first skin is going to cost 500 Gleamium, so a lot of spoilers. That is, again, that's all I got for today. Again, one final time, link in the description to this person's Twitter if you want to go check them out, give them a follow or whatever it might be, but they post so many accurate things, so we can take what they're saying for what it is. We can pretty much trust their word. But that is it for this one. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I guess I'll see you when I'm looking at you.